Right, welcome back to the channel. This is James. I'm with Ash, my new pitching coach. I'm sure you've seen it from the vlog that was uploaded recently, the massive improvements that we've made together in such a short space of time, in literally 2 hours. So what we're going to do now, we're at Cumberwell Park still. We're going to go out and play 5 holes or so, and just basically put into action what we've learned, or what I've learned, what he's taught me. Right, so it's got to be said, Ash is a bit of a touring pro. But yeah, hanging up his boots for the coaching game. Hasn't played in how long? I'm going to lay down
November the 15th.
November the exact date. All right, first hole at Cumberwell, we've got 370 yards off this tee. Yes, findable.
No warm up.
Right then, what's your Instagram?
Ash Mason Golf Performance.
Okay, up on the screen, follow this guy. I've literally 2-hour pitching lesson today, completely transformed that part of my game. Really good coach. Follow him now, lots of good stuff. Right mate, what's the number?
We've got 144 into quite a strong breeze.
It is, isn't it? It's a cold breeze. It's about 7 degrees air temperature at the moment. Bit of a breeze, feels like 3 on the Met Office, is what he said. I like to have a good old moan about the weather. Oh, straight down the flag. Good start. Bit rude.
I would say so, yeah. That's the thing. When you're in the wedge area, you can go up and down the lofts, just keeping the movements constant. So what are you looking at doing here?
Well, it's 2 options really, isn't it? It's either try and land it between the fringe and the hole, a bit of loft, or try and get it rolling through the fringe, but it's a bit wet. What would you see from here?
I would see the ball, trying to land the ball as close to the front edge of the green as you can. Not necessarily high, just your standard sort of loft. Just make sure that the body is controlling. 56 onto the front edge. I think with the wet ground conditions, it will check up nicely.
Okay, and just same kind of thing, yeah?
Same sort of feeling, yeah. So that you're getting the arms and the body working together.
Bit of a big hole this one, second at Cumberwell. 432 yards. Playing every bit of that. It's quite wet out here. I'm sure everyone knows that's watching this channel in the UK.
That's the splash on my shoe.
Yeah, come out of white shoes at the side. Tight to the trap. I'm sure.
Right. Loosen up.
So we've got downhill approach. What number have you got?
186.
That flag's, is that the flag going to the red flag?
Down on the right hand side.
That is cut very, very far.
Yeah.
On the right.
Strong wind out there. Down out there.
Yeah. Playing about 170, isn't it? What have you got?
Got a little 7 iron. I'm going to try and hit it down the left hand side.
Yeah. Get it moving a bit.
A little cut around the trees.
just right at the flag. Right, so we've got 170, but a bit of tree trouble. Right, just going to try and hit a little punchy 7-iron to keep this under. Should just be about right. I'm sure. Another 10 needed. Alright, so this one we've got a bit of green to go over, so it's either putt through the fringe, which is not exactly kept short at the moment, or just try and fly it just over the fringe, which is what I'm going to do with a wedge. Same kind of idea, just get that wedge moving, try and fly it just over the fringe.
That's so much better.
So how different is that from what you saw earlier on?
So different.
Yeah.
So different. Actually using your body and your hands and arms and everything together makes such a difference to the strike, the control of the shot, the speed, everything.
Just feels like you're brushing off the turf each time.
Yeah, it's
and
so
that's all
shallow.
It is. You're never gonna fat one, because if you do hit the ground, the bouncer is just gonna get it moving.
You've always got the strike, and in wedge play and short game, strike is everything.
It's literally key, yeah.
Yeah, so no, it's much
There
better.
we go. Right, see hole this then for bird. Not bad. Give it a look. So it's just discussing what I did before and what you may have seen on the channel. Like, my previous technique was to get the ball back, to jam the club into the ground, into the ball, so the leading edge didn't strike before. And then from there I went to actually trying to use the bounce by flipping it. Yeah. And now we're at where we are now.
Using the body, yeah.
But you're saying that's what most amateurs do, and that's how I developed the yips initially, when I had chipping yips, when I was jamming it into the floor.
A lot of people you hear say, oh, I've got the yips, I've got the chipping yips, but it's mainly down to a flawed technique. And if you haven't got the technique in the first place, then you can't commit to something that you know is flawed.
Exactly.
Whereas if you actually use the body and the arms how they should be used, there's no reason that anyone should ever develop. You don't start out with the yips.
Exactly.
You just develop it. Just comes through a progression of time. Whereas if you can eradicate that straight away,
and it literally can ruin golfers' games.
Oh, it makes people never want to play the game again.
Exactly.
And that's not what the game's designed for.
Yeah. So there you go. There is a cure. 142. Got a lovely little par 3. Third hole at Cumberwell on one of the 9s. Can't remember which number it is or which colour it is. What have you got?
I've got a little 9-iron. One because it's cold and it's early on in the round, so I don't feel like going flat out on the wedge. So I'm trying to hit a nice control.
I think that's the good number.
Flatter 9-iron.
Okay. Alright, it's middle.
Distance was good, shame about the line.
Yeah, keeping with what we were, technique-wise, what we're doing, I'm just going to hit basically what you've just done there, just a 9-iron and
use the body.
Literally, yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
But control-wise, the distance is much better.
So around the greens with shot selection or club selection, I mean, what's like the highest you go to loft-wise off decent lies?
The highest I have is 58, because I feel that you can still pitch with a 58 when you need to.
Yeah.
And if you need to open it up, and a lot of people use a 60 degree, but I just like to open the face of the 58 slightly, because I prefer to have the versatility in the pitching from 50 to 100 yards, where I can still use 58, 54 and 50, which is what I carry.
Okay.
I like to have a few more options in the lower end of the bag.
Yeah.
With the scoring clubs.
I mean, that makes a difference from a lot of amateurs, I think, that are just bringing out the 60 degree wedge or even going higher than that. Well, it's like very unnecessary.
You see a lot of amateurs using a 60-degree wedge, whereas the 60-degree is the hardest to use. Yes, it gets the ball in the air, but only if your technique is right.
Yeah.
It's actually really hard to consistently strike, and you do see a lot of amateurs come up short a lot when they use a more lofted club.
It's sort of the same thing, isn't it? Just mould yourself to the slope. And
very, very similar. Pick a loft that's going to land just on the green and let it release out.
landed in a bit of a dimple.
Yeah, it landed soft, but that's just the weather. The execution was still far better.
Right, see what we can do for birdie. But yeah, I hope you guys are at home actually learning some things as well. We're trying to take this channel in the direction of, obviously it's tracking my progress as a pro, but along the way I'm trying to get as much information as possible on the channel as well, so it helps you a lot. And this is the guy, really knowledgeable, renowned for his short game. He's helping a lot of pros at the moment, I'll give you that, but if you miss, I'll just edit it out and that's fine. But big par 5 here, which is the 9th at Cumberwell. We just jumped onto this tee, so I think it's playing what, about 5:30 from this tee.
Yeah.
Long enough in this cold weather. Winds into off the right and it's uphill, so you're basically just trying to get a driver going over where those guys are with a little draw, if you can take the tiger line move. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Bomb.
Toasted. Just got. You got
275. Way out of my reach.
Yeah, warm summer's day when this is rolling and the fairways are dry. This is, you're knocking on, aren't you? But
you are not on a
not
cold,
like this.
wet day.
Go on, leave yourself a wedge in and see your
that's the plan.
renowned wedge play.
Try and leave about 90 yards.
Okay. That'll do. Until. Right, I've got 240. Wind is almost straight across, but you try and get there 3-iron. Might come off a bit short here. Slightly short.
Got 105, a little bit further than I like. But
okay.
Not too bad. Got plenty of green to work with.
What's the selection?
I've got a 54 degree. Just a nice 3/4, well struck, low flighted
okay.
shot.
That's going forward, isn't it? Yeah, very good, mate. Nice shot.
Thank you.
So the difference between the trajectory, see what we're on about now, and that's just going in so flat and low, isn't it?
It is, but the thing, people worry that when it's going in that flat that the ball won't stop, but because of the strike's always constant, so the ball is always going to stop.
Yeah.
So it's just, obviously you can play around with the trajectory, but if you've got a base point of a bit of a lower, flatter trajectory that's consistent, you can always move it off that. It's better to have something you can move off rather than have nothing that's constant.
Exactly. Playing bunker shots in the same way, one club, 56 generally?
It depends on the distance really. I like to use varied lofts, to be honest, depending on the distance of the shot. Anything inside 20 yards I'll use my 58, and then if I've got a little bit more green to work with, I'll tend to use my 54. Again, I do like to use the body. It's a bit more of a handsy shot, but obviously you can get a bit more speed because you're hitting into the back of the sand rather than the ball.
So
and
you're
you
just
could,
trying to let your hands just...
yeah, I'm still trying to keep the body weight the same, so forward like with the weight, and just allow the club to just slide under the ball.
Yeah. Okay. Bit heavy. Let's hit one more. Better.
Very good.
I was just... Alright, last hole of the vlog. We've got a downhill par 4, and we want to play this hole because this is a perfect opportunity to leave yourself a wedge from 100 yards. It's one of those holes where it's like 300-ish off the backs, and you can thread like a 3-wood down through the middle, but if you miss it right, you've basically lost your ball. You miss it left, you're in the trees. So 6-iron wedge, that's what we can do. Shot. Alright, so we're looking at literally what we've come here today to achieve, right?
Yeah.
So, what yardage are we talking here? It's about 50, isn't it?
I'd imagine you got 50 to 60 yards, yeah. We'll push and check it out, but it should be interesting.
This is going to be it. Right, so we've got 70, slightly downhill, so playing, well, like a couple down, but really not much.
No.
I'll give you the camera. So, it's just a case of replicating the feelings on the range earlier, isn't it?
Yep.
56 degree.
So what are they? What are you looking to feel
the
here?
feelings are, for starters, just narrow the stance, keep the ball forward, but go from this to just getting the hands back and keeping everything in line, and from there keeping the weight forward, just driving it away with the armpit, and then just covering it. So just controlling it with the body, basically.
And controlling the face. Brilliant.
Is that good enough?
Brilliant. Yeah.
As a result, the trajectory comes out a lot lower than it was before.
And we nearly hold it.
Gave it a go. Just missed it by 0.1 on the right.
So much better though, isn't it?
Yeah, that didn't even feel like the actual best swing I could have made.
It wasn't, because it launched higher than
Yeah,
the others.
exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. It's going to make the bad, or not the bad shot, 'cause it's a good shot.
Yeah.
But the bad one so much better
Yeah, just brings it all in.
than it was. Yeah.
There we go. If this guy can solve my short game, he's a miracle worker. So get in contact. Yeah, slightly short, but nice flight in there.
Well, then finish off with an up and down.
Yeah.
Go. The line.
Almost. Oh, right, cheers again,
Thank
mate.
you, mate.
That's great.
Thank you.
Brilliant, learnt a lot. Onwards and upwards now.
Yeah.
That's it.